Rama, 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 Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumarat Padhamastu. Now, this a potent spiritual time is the evening twilight, during which time whatever we do, sing the name or do the puja or just even talk about God, would have enormous benefit. So today we got one more opportunity to sing this powerful name. We sing in different ragas in the evenings. It's like when you love someone so much, you decorate them in different ways and enjoy the beauty of the varieties. Likewise, we garland the deity with jasmine flowers, and sometimes we garland the deity with roses, and sometimes with lotuses. It's just the joy of the varieties, the beauty in its various forms. It is very natural for a devotee to decorate the deity in varieties of ways and enjoy. This morning, we were sharing the experiences of Bhagwan as Arunachaleshwara and his connection with this holy place, Tiruvannamalai. How Bhagwan is at times one with Arunachaleshwara, acted as Arunachaleshwara and blessed people, and sometimes he would be a devotee to Arunachaleshwara and help in different ways and serve in different ways. In continuation of that, we shall see. Yogiji often used to sit in the temple tank, the steps of the temple tank. Many people would have witnessed it from time to time. And Bhagwan was watching how the tank was being dirtied by people. People in the town sometimes would bring their dirty clothes and wash them in the temple tank, especially when there was scarcity of water. They would come and have their bath also in the tank. And what was more, some of those people would come and fish in the tank. The fish are put there in order to cleanse the water, but then there were people who would fish in the water. So watching all this, Swami was pained very much. And then he called the authorities. At that time, Shri Ramdas IAS was the Commissioner of the Hindu Endowment. And Swami also knew some of the trustees of the temple. So he called all of them and spoke about this, how the temple tanks, which were to be holy and pure, were being dirtied by people. What was more, he impressed upon them. He said, the fish that you see in the temple tanks, they are not ordinary fish. They are great devotees of Arunachaleshwara who have taken this form to be near him. There are rishis, munis, and advanced bhaktas in the form of fishes in the tank. It is not right, it's a sin to catch those fish, cook them and eat. It's a sin committed to Arunachaleshwara. So when he impressed upon those higher authorities of the temple, they decided in the beginning that they would protect the temple tanks of Arunachaleshwara Mandir. But when Ramdas IAS, the Commissioner of Hindu Endowments, a great devotee of Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar, when he went and spoke, he generalized it. And then, thanks to Bhagwan's grace, it became a general rule in every temple. It was applied. It's being applied even now. The temple tanks are not for washing clothes or for bathing, nor is it for fishing. This has to be kept clean all the time. And that's a very interesting episode. Shri Ramdas IAS would often come and have darshan of Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan, especially whenever he came to Arunachaleshwara Mandir. As he got his duties there, he would also go and have darshan of Bhagwan. And Bhagwan had solved many problems for him. Once, when Shri Ramdas came to the temple, after the puja was over, the temple, they gave him an apple. And after that, he wanted to come and have darshan of Bhagwan. On that particular day, all the shops were closed. He could not find fruits anywhere. For some reason, the shops were closed and no fruits were available that day to take to Bhagwan. And then he thought, okay, he had this apple from Arunachaleshwara, he would offer that to Bhagwan. So when he entered Sannidhi Street house, Bhagavan welcomed him, and then Shri Ramdas put that apple at the feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan took it in his hand and said, Ramdas, this has already been taken by Arunachaleshwara. Arunachaleshwara has already eaten this. And this is prasad from him. And then he dropped it back into the hands of Ramdas, who wondered how Swami knew. In the beginning, Swami would be there even for the flag hoisting before the celebration started. And then the temple authorities would ask him to pull the iron chain of the chariot first, and after that other people would start. But in course of time, when new people assumed duties, some of these formalities were forgotten. But as long as Bhagwan lived in Sannidhi Street house, he attended those functions properly. Even after coming to Sudama, for the first few years, as long as he was healthy, he used to go. And there is a particular celebration of Arunachaleshwara. Then the Utsava Murthies, the Murti, the Mulava, the one in the Garbhagriha, Arunachaleshwara, the Linga in the Garbhagriha would not move. It's been installed permanently, but there is a representative Arunachaleshwara. It's called Utsava Murthi. He would be decorated well and would be mounted on vehicles like bull and other forms of vehicle and taken around in the city for everybody to have darshan. So at the time, the Arunachaleshwara deities would stop there in front of Bhagwan's Sannidhi Street house, and Bhagavan would have bought sari for Unnamale Amma, Parvati, and dhoti for Arunachaleshwara. And then Swami would ask them to do some puja right in front of his house. This goes on even now. So many years, even after the ashram came now, it goes on every year. And just before the Deepam, that is the third day, I think, after the flag hoisting function in the Arunachaleshwara Mandir, they would keep this hundis, that is the collection boxes. Several of them would be kept there in the shrine, and Bhagwan would be the first one to go around putting some coin in each of them, in each of the boxes. And then after that, he would be followed by other people. And those boxes, the collection boxes, would be kept in different places in the city, especially around the mountain. Thus, Bhagwan was blessing, starting and blessing different stages of the function every year. Once, the Shivachariar was doing puja. Just before the celebration started, he was a little worried at that particular time. He had some reasons to worry about it. So he came, and Bhagwan was seated in the shrine of Ganapati, Sambandha Vinayaka. He came and asked Bhagwan to bless the function to go on smoothly, successfully. Bhagwan said, Arunachaleshwara is inside. Go and pray to him. Then the Shivacharya said, Swami, Arunachaleshwara doesn't talk. Whereas you talk, we could talk to you. We could ask. We could interact with you. We could talk to you. You hear our prayers, you grant them, you talk to us. And that is when Bhagwan said the famous quotation. He said, my father has no eyes, but he sees. My father has no mouth, but he speaks. and he tastes food. My father has no ears, but he hears. And then he sent the Shivachariar to go inside and pray to Arunachaleshwara. So there are many such incidents, ever so many. One could go on narrating, but due to the time limit, we shall offer our prayers to Arunachaleshwara in the Shila Murti of Yogi Ramsuratkumar and pray to him, Bhagwan, one corner glance from you, a glance of grace from you, the world would be instantly free from the clutches of this terrible virus.